Well, hello. We are going live just a few minutes early, so I just thought I would be punctual. If you notice, I don't usually schedule out these live streams, and it's probably because I'm afraid that if I set a time and I can't make it, I'd feel really bad. But this time I did a good job of actually scheduling it, so I'm happy about that. Now, if you're watching this live stream when it's no longer live, what I'll do is, because it'll be a little bit long, I'll have a list of the table of contents in the video description, so you can just jump around to what interests you. And so the format of these is pretty much the same each time. I'm just going to go through a couple news stories, things going on with WordPress, and then it turns into sort of an Ask Me Anything type of situation. There's a lot of actually value in the Ask Me Anything situation if you're watching this after the fact. But it's kind of hard to slice it up with timestamps. So I'll do my best, but with that, it might just be a big old clump of it. But what a lot of people do on the channel is whenever I put up a video, they increase the playback speed because I tend to speak slow. I don't think I speak slow, but I speak slow enough that you can increase the playback speed to 1 1/4, 1 1/2, and some people are nuts and they speed it up 2 times as fast so you can get through some of that a bit faster. As a matter of fact, if you watch the videos on this channel and you increase the playback speed, why don't you let me know how fast you play it back at? So I know myself, if I ever watch my own video, and just as a regular thing, I played back at 1.25, so 1 1/4. That's comfortable. 1.5 is not too comfortable to me. So as you type comments, I could show them on the screen, and let's see. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of those right now. I can show it on the screen like that. So here we see, wow, a lot of you guys, 2x, here's a 1.5x on the playback speed. Ashley's doing it at 1.5. I can manage 1.5, but anything higher gets to be a little difficult for me. So I'll scroll up to the top. So, comments are working good. It looks like my audio is the right audio this time. Embarrassingly, 2 weeks ago when I did a live stream, it didn't check the mic, and it was using the mic in my computer, and I felt bad because I was actually in that video saying, oh, I've got expensive equipment, because people asked, right? And I'm like, I have this and it costs this and this and it costs this much money. Not like in a bragging way, it was more in a way of saying the quality is good because I've made these investments. And then I went and listened to it back, and I was like, oh no, this is a complete and absolute nightmare. Anyways, that's how that ended up. It was pretty funny. So I'll get started in just like a moment or so. I'll go through some of these comments. I'm doing good. Today, actually, I'm exhausted. I've been very exhausted all week, and I've got a bunch of deadlines next week, so I have a little bit of like feeling of overwhelm. But this Monday is a holiday, but there's no holiday for me. I'll be working for sure. But after this, I have a hard cutoff point for this live stream. I'm going to go get some In-N-Out protein-style burgers. I'm going to bring them home, and that'll be our dinner tonight at the house, and I'll try to unwind a little bit tonight. Hey, Ashley, good to see you. Pez, it's good to see you as well. Pez Reloaded. I actually don't even know your real name, and I see you commenting a lot, and we've interacted a lot. All right. It's not Pez, right? I mean, Pez is like the little candies. Maybe I'm wrong. Hey, Gary, great to have you here as well. If you notice, I'm not looking here like I normally am. I'm looking here because I have my little iPad set up underneath the mic here. All right. So I'm going to just scroll through this. We'll just get straight to it, and we can have a Q&A and all that kind of stuff. Let's see here. Lots of questions coming in already. This is an interesting one. Hey, Adam, did you get any further with it? Oh, I know what this is. I'll address this. I'm going to address this one. I don't think you're asking about SMTP. I think you're asking about cloudways. Oh my gosh, Fernando, 2x. Oh, Fernando, I wanted to let you know I talked to Tom today from Buddy Boss. I was talking to you a little bit about it last weekend, so I wanted to update you on that. Hey, what's going on, Stratos? Good to have you here. Let's see, and then we got the speed. You guys are awesome. 2 times. We got 2 times here, 1 1/4. That's awesome. You guys have great comprehension skills, but 1.25 is natural and organic for me. This guy, he takes the lead, and that is Kyle. He's watching at 2.5 times. Oh, with the browser extension. Oh my goodness. That's funny. 2.5, that's amazing. All right. And we also have Doug here. Doug's a good guy. He's come out to the local word camps out here where I am. And so we've met twice, which was very good. Once they have those word camp events, these are events that are held all around the world. And they might be regional by the main city or county, or there's national ones like in Europe and in America. And we're going to have the first one in Asia. They're a great opportunity when they have these events. They cost next to nothing, like $50 for 2 days, and includes lunch and things of that nature. But what's nice is you get to go to those things and meet people. But they're all virtual this year, and they'll probably be virtual for half of next year. But when those start up, I go to those things. I will go to the U.S. one, I'll go to local ones, and I might go to a few others here in the States. And I might go to the Europe one. So if you're in Europe, I'd love to meet you. Thanks for confirming the audio is good. We've got people all over the place. All right. Well, let's go through things. As you ask questions, at the end, what I'll do is I'll go here and I'll go through your questions, show them on the screen, and try to answer them. Hey, what's up, Jay? Good to see you. I think, Jay, you sent me an email that I owe you an email back. I've been very behind on a lot of things. This is a great question. What is the next LTD? That's awesome. We'll be talking about that as well. Well, maybe we can definitely give some hints. Jay saying, and the diet goes down the drain. That's too funny. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and go through the little bits of news at periodic times. I'll probably take a sip of my Spindrift. The last live stream I was talking about Spindrift. It's carbonated water, but then they put a little bit of natural fruit juice. This one is raspberry and lime. There's 9 calories in it. I don't really care about that. It's the sugar that I'm trying to avoid. And these are so good. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. They're very refreshing. All right. So for those of you that are following Gutenberg, that is the block builder for WordPress that came out. It's almost been, what? Is it 2 years? No, it's in November of this year, it'll be 2 years. So essentially, Gutenberg is like a virus, and it started by first infecting pages and posts, and it's going to eventually infect and take over all the various areas of WordPress, but it's in stages, right? So there was just a big update to WordPress a few weeks ago, and it extended what you could do with Gutenberg. But yesterday, a new beta version of Gutenberg came out, and this is the first version where we get to see what it's like building your sidebar or other widget style areas of your website using the block builder. So this came out yesterday. I saw it hit my website yesterday, and I started testing it out, and I'm going to show you in this video so you can just kind of get a feel for what it is. For those of you that don't know, if you want to access any of these upcoming features of Gutenberg that are going to make its way into WordPress for everybody, you can install and activate the Gutenberg plugin. It's just Gutenberg. Now, when you do that, it activates these experimental features. You don't want to do this on a live site, because what happens is if you're doing anything with the block builder already, it will most likely break any of the third-party plugins that you're using. It'll break the styling. It won't break everything. It'll just break how it looks on the front end. So let's go ahead and take a quick look. Let's see. Oh yes, I am in the picture, and the mic is still working. So here we have it right here. talking about what was added, and a lot of things get added, fixed, and changed. But really, the big thing is what it's going to be like using Gutenberg for the sidebar. All right, so here is a website, and I have it installed and activated. So if I go to my plugins, you can see, actually, it's not activated. Let me activate it right there. Kind of hard to show you something if I don't have it activated. So it's called Gutenberg, and this is version 8.9.1, which just came out. So now if I hover over to Appearance and then click on Widgets, it looks totally different than what you're used to seeing when you're in the widget area, right? Actually, was I already screwing around with this? I don't know. It looks kind of like crazy already. So here you have, let me collapse it. So this theme has 2 sidebar locations and all these footer widget locations right here. So let's go to sidebar 2. There shouldn't be anything there, or maybe there is. Okay, what do I have here? This is nuts. Anyways, if I want to add a block, you click on the plus, and then it's just like Gutenberg. Now, the limitation, though, I've noticed is I wonder if the blocks from, say, one of the third-party packages, they have to specify that this can be used in a widget. So I can go here, and I can click on Image, and then I can click on Media Library, click on Media Library. There should be an image in here, and then go like this, and boom, there's an image now in this sidebar. And I can start building it out further and further. I can add text, I can add menus. So I think, is it under menu? Let's see, menu. There we go. We have a horizontal navigation and a vertical navigation. This would probably be vertical. So it goes like this, and then I could just choose one of these menu items. Let's just choose resources. I don't even know what I have on this site. And there you go. Now I have some menu items here. And this is what it's like now. What they are proposing will end up being the user interface, and it's going to end up being very close to this with just a few minor adjustments, I'm sure, tweaks to it. But this is pretty much what it's going to be like now when you're editing your various sidebars on your website. Now, it doesn't stop there, because this same experience is now being pushed into the WordPress customizer. So let me go to the front end of the website. Let me go, for example, let me go onto the shop page, and then let me go onto, oh, here we go. We have the sidebar right here. I think it should let me manipulate it. I'll go into the customizer, and then I will see what it's like. So you see right here, it says widget blocks. That's what it is. I'm going to click on widget blocks, and you can see that is trying to be the representation of here, right? We have the search. It doesn't look so good in the customizer, by the way. You can tell it's all kind of scrunched down, and it doesn't look true to life. So that's where the improvements are going to be made. But you can kind of get an idea here. This is it, where I have the search and the comments and the posts. And I can scroll down, and here's my other sidebars, and I could go right here, and then we have the little pop out that we're used to, and I can start adding stuff just like that, and it will add it down here. Let's see, should it add it in real time? Let's see. I just added a bunch of stuff. I'm not seeing it. What's going on here? Anyways, that is how it's going to be inside of the customizer when you want to start working with the widgets. This is coming. This is going to be on everybody's website come November, and it's actually going to go a little bit further. I believe also they're going to make it so you build your headers and your footers as well with Gutenberg. So with the block builder, you're going to be building the entire website, all the aspects of your website using the block builder. And it'll most likely be in the customizer, where you jump into the customizer like you just saw me jump into it, and they're building headers and footers. So there's actually already ways to build headers and footers depending on the theme that you use. I know Generatepress allows you to, with the professional version, allows you to build headers and footers, but I'm not sure if they give you all the header elements. And the Kadence theme, also the Pro version, allows you to build out a header and a footer using Gutenberg. Let me show you what that is like. So it's a little different based upon your theme. So if I get out of here, I have the Pro version of the Kadence theme, but it's going to be the same with Generatepress, okay? and other themes that end up implementing the same thing. So I have the Pro add-on installed, and I just need to go to the control panel and enable it. It's called, where are you? Right here, hooked elements. So I'm going to turn this on, and now it's on. And so if I refresh the page, we have an option here that says elements. I go add new. And then when I go to add a new element, it says default or code. I choose default. So right here, I can design out my footer however I want using the block builder. And then over here on the right, I can choose my placement options. Let's see. There we go. I'm out of here. Our placement options. And so this is where we want it. And we would just choose to replace the footer. There's options in here for that somewhere. There it is. Replace. There's all these options for replacing. And then you could choose where you want it. So it's conditional. You could be in the entire site or just portions of your site. And then you can also choose who sees it. Default would be everybody. One of the unique things, though, that you get in this version of the Kadence theme is expire settings. So you can literally have a footer or any part on your website that you can have expire on a specific date. That would be good for a lot of marketing purposes, and I'm sure there's other reasons why that would be very good as well. So what do you guys think about this new thing? We're all going to be dealing with it, and it's all coming. I, for one, anything that makes using WordPress easier, I'm all for it. I've never liked this concept of widgets and building sidebars separately, so I think that it'll be interesting. The problem is WordPress starts to have all these moving parts. You need to understand what menus are, and then what widgets are, and then the pages themselves and sidebars, and some of these things. There's just feels like there's more moving parts. For those of us that have been using WordPress for a long time, it's nothing to us, right? But people that are new, that's when you can kind of feel the pain. All right, so that is Gutenberg. Next, we'll talk about something juicy, which is Elementor. This could be our vent session. Oh, bummer. This is live, and I'm getting a phone call right now that I actually need to take, but it's okay. I can hear their voicemail. This is live. You might hear a squeak toy from my dog or something like that. These things just end up happening. All right. Next thing we need to talk about is Elementor 3. What the heck happened there? I'll tell you my personal experience with Elementor 3, but let me tell you after I set this up properly, what the heck happened with Elementor version 3. So they released the beta of Elementor version 3 last month, or maybe even the month prior, I forget when. So it was out for a while. And there was big changes. So there was structural changes. They introduced the new global color palette and the globally linked colors, and same goes for fonts and various font styles. It's actually a very good step forward, and it's actually shocking that they put it in the free version because I don't think that might have been the initial plan. And so this came out, and then 3 weeks later they released the beta of Elementor Pro, and so they kind of went together, and so version 3 of both. And whenever they release a beta, it's exciting, but there's bugs. There are certainly bugs. You do not want to use these things on a live site. And I could have sworn when the beta came out for Elementor Pro, they said, we expect this to go live, and it was a couple weeks after Elementor version 3. Fast forward to last week. I think it was last week on Monday or Tuesday. Elementor pushes both out as final versions to 4 million. It's probably close to 5 million. Or is it 5 million? Close to 6 million websites? I don't know. It's millions and millions of websites. And it caused so many problems for so many people. Now, for me, I didn't actually experience those problems. And I think a good portion of the problems are caused by third-party plugins that people have installed. So if you use some random third-party plugin in the WordPress directory, these are passion projects. People build, release, and abandon. So you got to be super duper careful. But then even like these ones that have been for sale and for sale for a while, they're commercial, Elementor add-ons, they were having compatibility issues as well. And certain themes that have Elementor compatibility, they were having issues. And I think Jetpack was having issues as well for Jetpack people use it on WooCommerce sites for tax calculations and for shipping calculations. So Elementor 3 just wreaked havoc on so many people's lives. And, you know, I got to say, as someone that has been using Elementor since probably 3 months after it came out, in the first year or two with Elementor, they had some bumpy updates, but then it'd been pretty smooth sailing for such a long time. But like their early reputation was for releasing updates that caused a lot of heartache. And then at the same time, they were competing really well with Beaver Builder. And so Beaver Builder is always very stable and reliable, to a fault, actually. But then there's a lot of stability with the Elementor, but all that just went out the window when they released Elementor version 3. In fact, I was Facebook messaging Kyle. I showed his comment here just a little while ago on the screen, and he said, man, Elementor 3 has caused me a little bit of heartache. You know, and for me, as someone that has really believes in the product, it's caused me a lot of heartache. And, you know, it's unfortunate. So really, you know, and I do have a little thing for the screen to show just so it's not me talking all the time. Here's the blog post on Elementor version 3. It came out on the 25th of last month. And it talks about the features. And you can see there's 67 comments down here. I don't know if they filter comments, but I'm sure... I would suspect that they do, because I know a lot of people have had a very, very hard time because of this. And it stinks. It just stinks. Now, the truth of the matter is, going from major versions, it's a major change. And this just stresses the point where we have to have good habits. If we have anything that's mission critical, we need to have staging areas. And most web hosting services, all the ones that I talk about here, have a staging feature. You have to do staging. You have to do testing before you click on update. Seriously, with Elementor, you have to just don't update. Just don't do it for the important stuff. That new feature in WordPress of auto-updating, just turn it off for Elementor. You just have to. I hate saying that. I wish I could say it's a smooth ride, but it's sad seeing all the pain that so many people cause. And what ends up happening is the pain amplifies itself. So I'll give you an example. They know me there. I've visited their headquarters before. I was having a problem with Elementor. It didn't affect the front end of the website, and it was just a problem with the back end of WordPress caused by Elementor. And so last week on Monday or Tuesday, I opened up my first ticket with Elementor in probably over a year. I don't usually ask for support for companies. I don't need it. Usually I solve my own problems most of the time. But I was having this issue, and then it just started to bother me, and I thought, let me just shoot in a ticket. I thought they would be a little behind, so it might take them like 48 hours to respond. I didn't get a response for a week. Like literally, I sent my ticket in, I got the email back saying we got your ticket, and then I didn't hear a response for a week. A week. To me, that's nuts. So because of this buggy update, it's really caused a lot of problems with the support people receive. So I was in the Elementor Facebook group, and I'm looking there, and it's just complaint to complaint after complaint. And then now it piles on itself, and now it's complaint about support. Does support ever respond and all that? So it's just this big cascading effect. I got to say, though, I mean, I still love Elementor, and it's a tool that I still use. I'm going to use. It didn't affect me that bad because I really don't use third-party add-ons. I don't even really talk about third-party add-ons here in the channel anymore. I try to avoid it if at all possible. I haven't made a video on an add-on since last year, so that's a very long time since I've done that. But you just got to be careful with this stuff now. You just got to be really careful with this stuff with them. I think that they've had a few blunders this year. The security blunder a few months back, it was probably early this year. That was a big goof. The releasing this too quick, and I don't know where the pressure's coming from to release it. It's not like any other builder is really bringing the competition, so I don't see what the rush is. You know what I mean? They could have held it back a few more weeks, maybe done another month of testing just to perfect it, and given people a much smoother experience. So I hope they learn through this. This is the first time they've been really forced to kind of be transparent about these issues. If you're on their Twitter or their Facebook, every time they push an update, they're talking about it because it's just fixing bugs. And some of these bugs should have just been obvious, like a pagination bug and things like that. So anyways, Elementor, I still love it, but man, I just wish that they would make sure that they're responsible when it comes to pushing out the updates. And you guys all know I really like Elementor, so it kind of really pains me to share these things. But they're not unique. I mean, Divi has issues as well with updates that people report. I think maybe your main core products that you use, you should just be careful. And when you update, make sure you do your testing and have those really good habits. So I can't wait to, actually, you know what, with this topic, I'm going to scroll through and maybe show a few of your comments because I'm sure some of you guys have experienced this as well. Let's see. Oh, check this out. Ecuador. My stepmom is from Ecuador, Quito. All right, let me scroll to the bottom of these comments. So here's Carlene, who's saying she ditched Elementor for a Gutenberg Kadence combo. And I'm doing that actually. I have another site that I'm building right now, and I'm not using Elementor on it for the first time because there's just less moving parts, you know. And we got Mick here. Yes, Mick, I'm not, you know, it pains me to say anything negative about Elementor, but, you know, sometimes you got to call a spade a spade, and, you know, it is what it is, and just, you know, be able to talk about it and come up with a process to mitigate any issues. Let's see. All right. Richard sounds like he went from version 2 to version 3 while he's owned it. Yes. Yep, a lot of people here have been switching from Elementor, which is good. Yes, Ashley's saying right here, 3 has been a bit of a roller coaster. It certainly... You got a quick eye. Yes, you're just outing like the call that came in. Yeah, that was an important call I needed to have. I got to be careful. Let's see. All right, so it doesn't look like there's a whole lot to talk about here of Elementor. So it's very cool. All right, let's move forward. Okay, this is probably one of the bigger stories of the week, and we can talk through it. Sorry, I keep looking at my keypad here because I haven't memorized where the buttons are. For those of you that don't know, Restrict Content Pro is a very popular WordPress membership plugin. So it facilitates selling membership, creating memberships, selling them, and protecting content. And there's lots of other features in it that are pretty significant. Well, they just sold it. They just sold this product. And they sold it to iThemes. So it was previously owned by a developer who also makes easy digital downloads, Affiliate WP, and now it's part of iThemes, and it's in the iThemes membership. The only issue is a lot of people, I don't want to be mean to iThemes, but iThemes has some public image issues. That's a nice way to put it, meaning they haven't been known for having a lot of quality products out there. They were first to market with a lot of things, but they aren't necessarily known for having quality products. So this acquisition has a lot of people that purchased Restrict Content Pro or a lifetime license of Restrict Content Pro, has a lot of people a little worried because, the perception that maybe iThemes is where products go to die, not where products go to be innovative on. iThemes is known for being like the first one that had the most popular backup plugin. It was called Backup Buddy, and there's been better stuff that has come out after it for sure. And I've had Backup Buddy fail on me many times, but iThemes is more of one of those kind of like old school WordPress companies that was very relevant in the early days of premium products. But they're not so relevant now. Their security plugin, that was also an acquisition, but I mean, they did make it better, and Restrict Content Pro's now going with them. But the thing is, the team isn't going, it's just the product and the intellectual property of it. Ironically, I released a video just yesterday about how to make a lightweight automated membership website for free. And the point of it wasn't that you could do this for free. It was the learning process on how we already have the tools and we just need to make them work together. And ironically, I was planning that when this acquisition happened. It was just kind of a coincidence that happened. But a lot of people seem to be concerned about this. Who knows what will happen? There's not a lot of products that change hands when it comes to WordPress because it's all GPL code. And so it'd have to be like a really strong brand in order to be able to have someone want to buy it. But anyways, that's interesting. Just make you aware of it if you were thinking of purchasing this at some point. If I go to the pricing, one of the things they're known for is they have this ultimate plan, which is a lifetime license, a one-time payment license, and it includes everything. So a lot of people were getting it for that because membership plugins tend to cost a bit of money. I think they cost a little too much money, and that's why I made that video. So if you're interested, though, in making a membership website, you should check out the video that I posted yesterday. Just go to the recent videos on my channel, and I think you'll enjoy it. A lot of people learned a lot from that video, and it was a lot of fun making it. Okay, I'm going to scroll through your comments here. I'm still on the screen. All right. iThemes, Backup Buddy lifetime sucker. Oh no, Backup Buddy was the bomb.com when it came out. Although it failed me. I shouldn't even say that because it failed me many times. I lost a lot of hours to that plugin. It failed me every time, And yes, Jay's clarifying that iThemes was purchased by Liquid Web. I'm not trying to be mean to iThemes and all of that. It's just they don't have a good reputation. They've got a lot of reputation management to do, I would say, in public perception. I don't think they innovate on anything. They're not innovators. They just have some really old products. Okay, so now we're going to talk about something that I'm really excited about. But let me take a quick sip of my drink. For those of you this is insider info now. For those of you that don't know, I actually have a product. It's called Cart Flows. I came out with it. It's almost been 2 years. I'm actually coming up on the 2-year anniversary of having a product. I don't know if you have come across it. It's right here. I know a lot of people on the channel own Cart Flows. As a matter of fact, I'm currently working on all the copy and the layout for a brand new website design. We want to release this kind of with the 2-year birthday of Cart Flows. But we have consistently brought feature after feature after feature to Cart Flows, and we brought it last month. We released a big feature, but I'm going to show you something big that's coming out this week. We actually have multiple releases coming out over the next few weeks. This next one is really cool, but we added A/B split testing 2 weeks ago. It's the easiest A/B split testing tool on the market. And it's all included when people purchase it. There's a free version of Cart Flows, by the way, and you could do a ton with it, including We have templates, lead pages where you can capture the lead. You can sell something after you capture the lead. So you can create a full sales funnel completely for free. Of course, the pro version takes it a little bit further. So I just wanted to show you the split testing, and then I'm going to show you the new feature that's coming out. A lot of people are going to love this. Okay, so I created a funnel and I got tons of tutorials on it. And check this out. So if you want to do a split test, I don't know if any of you have used split testing platforms. They're expensive. They range from $100 a month to $400 a month, and they're very complicated. So basically, a split test is where you have two versions of the same page, and there's a minor difference, and you want to see which of the two variations converts at a higher rate. So it's complicated to set up usually and all that, but let me show you how simple it is with cart flows. So I click on the three dots, I click right here where it says A/B split test, and then it just confirms that I want to create one, and I click on OK, and it just created the variation. So here is my landing page, and then here is my variation on the landing page. So then what I would do, I would go into the variation and change what I want to change, whether it be a headline, a color, kind of a format. If you're doing this on the checkout or the upsells, you can split test the offer, the price, the discount. You can do some really cool stuff with this. So then I make my little change. And then I go here, there's a little settings wheel, and I can decide how to split the traffic. Do I want half to go to each? If I have multiple variations, more than just one, if I wanted 2 or 3, how I want that traffic split up, I'm cool with this. And then I click on start test. I just started an entire A/B split test. I didn't have to play around with all this crazy verbiage that you have to with normal split testing tools and make complicated decisions. I didn't have to take snippets of code and place them in random places. I just did like 3 or 4 mouse clicks. Obviously, I didn't go in and edit the variation. That would have taken some time. I would have opened it and maybe changed what I wanted to change, and then I could start the split test. And then, of course, we added it to analytics. So when I go here, you can see there's a little dot. When I click on it, it expands it so I can see which is converting at a higher percentage rate, and also which one is bringing in more revenue. And I have all of my stats right here. And so this is something we just launched. It was probably maybe 3 weeks ago. And, it's a free update for people that have Cartflows Pro. That is really cool. And that's the easiest way that you can do split testing in WordPress that I've seen. But let me just show you real quickly the new feature that we're going to be releasing this week. I have to record some. Normally, we don't reveal information like this, but I'm going to reveal it right now just because I needed some content for this live stream because we're kind of short on news because it's the end of summer. So this is a brand new feature. I'll be recording tutorial videos on it this weekend for the launch of the feature, and that is the ability to have an upsell replace the main order. So Cartflows allows you to create sales funnels. So there's a checkout page, and then after that, we can have one-click upsells where someone would say, get an additional offer. They click a button, and it's just added to the order, and they're charged immediately without having to put their payment information in. But we got this new feature now that let me show you. So here's a checkout. Let me click on view and we can view this checkout page. And so this is actually using one of our templates, and this is great for online course sellers. So when we scroll down, we have our checkout form right here, and it's wrapped in this sales page. And then right here we have what's called an order bump. And this is a little offer that you can make that someone just clicks on it and it adds to the order. So a lot of our customers wanted it. So if someone takes the order bump, it would replace the main order. So you can see right here, the main order is this V-neck t-shirt. And when I check the box, it just changed to something entirely different. So you can change the entire order with checking the box, but this also goes beyond that. So if I go into the settings, and those of you that have Cartflows will be familiar with this, when I go into the settings down here, let's see, I'm in the order bump settings, and I scroll down. These are the new options right here. It says replace first product, so it will replace the checkout. but then I can also change what happens, where they go next, based upon if someone bought this order bump. So if I make the order bump kind of like the first one-click upsell, but then someone takes the order bump, it would be not smart to show them the next upsell because it's the same thing they just bought. So then I can actually have them go someplace different in the funnel based upon taking the order bump. This right here was a huge feature that people were asking for, but it goes a little further than that. Let's see here. Let me get back into my funnel. For upsells, you can have the upsell replace the main order. So the example of this is the checkout. I'm selling an online course for $49. But the upsell right after, I'm saying you just bought that course, but if you want to add one-on-one mentoring, you can get the course and the one-on-one mentoring for $300 or for an extra $250 or whatever you want. If you just want that upsell to replace the main order. There's lots of examples for that. But here, let me click on edit for the upsell and you'll see that we have the option here. And it's really slick in what it does because it's right here. It says offer order settings. And when I check this box, it says cancel main order. And what this does is really clever. If you sell anything on the internet, you know that when you refund someone, you don't get those payment processor fees back. You're out. So if you're selling something for $300, you just paid $12 in PayPal fees or Stripe fees. But then if that person wants the money back or if there's a refund that happens, you don't get those fees back. Now you've lost that money. So what we did is we didn't want to refund the original purchase and then recharge the upsell. What we do is we dynamically just charge the difference. So in that example, if it was a $49 product, but then the upsell's $299, what we do is we just do the math and charge the difference. But all the customer sees is they now have the upsold product. So they'll get an additional charge for, what is it, $250 in that example. So when you're selling, you don't have to pay refund fees and it all happens automatically. So this is something, it's pretty exciting. We actually have a ton of other things, something more exciting coming out in 3 weeks. I'm kind of holding it back for some promotional stuff to be put together, but this product is my first product, and I think it just proves that I can bring a quality product to market that gets better. It's like wine, it improves and improves over time. And this product has come a long way since we initially launched it, and we have big plans for the remainder of the year. So we're excited about that. Let me see if anyone's asking any questions here about cart flows. I don't think so. Let's see. Oh, we have Fernando. Fernando's a CartFlows user, and Fernando really pushes the limits. I mean, this is a guy that makes it happen with what he's doing. I would want to actually interview him sometime on the channel so you guys can hear his story. I love what he's doing. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to answer some of these questions I see later, but I wanted people to know. Oh, Convoology. You know what? I don't know your name. You might have said your name in, you have a YouTube channel, and I came across a video you made. You have lots of Thrive themes stuff, and you once made Doug. It's Doug. Okay, hey Doug. I guess I just know you by your channel name. People call me Andy for some reason all the time, but I'm Adam. Anyways, people also call me Dr. Evil, and so here's my Dr. Evil bobblehead. You know what's funny about these bobbleheads? People think these are like custom made of me and I'm like some egomaniac or something like that. I once had some guy chewing me out like, what kind of person would have statues of themselves on their desk? And I'm just thinking, well, I don't want to be Dr. Evil, even though I have a dog that's the size of a cat, and I don't have a handgun and I'm not buff or anything, but you know, this is just for humor. Anyways, Convoology, you made a video about CartFlow some time ago, and we're really trying to bring it, the features. And so you are saying in your comment, using CartFlows right now on the launch of a nationwide skincare brand. Wow, I'd love to actually hear more about it, and excited to test the A/B split testing features. You know what, Doug, if you can type in what page builder are you using? I'm sure you're probably still with Thrive Architect. I would think so. Yep, Thrive. Okay, very cool. Thrive. So I'm glad to hear that you'll be able to leverage this feature. We have analytics and dashboards that we're working on next. So we want to have like the best, most gorgeous and beautiful dashboards and analytics for people, so you can look and kind of experience the benefits of CartFlows visually. And that's one of the big things that we are working on right now. I'm excited about it. And the reason I was asking you about the page builder is because we're building special things right now for various page builders. That's another thing that is kind of a secret project that we're working on. Anyways, that is CartFlows, which is pretty awesome. I know it's kind of a shameless plug. Okay, next thing. I don't know if you guys caught it. I don't think I was very clear about this, and I wish maybe I should have been more clear, and maybe you guys can give me a little bit of feedback. But I have a Facebook group that goes with the channel. There's always a link in the video description box, someplace in there, to the Facebook group. And so I reveal a lot of the like real-time stuff in the Facebook group. Ask questions, run polls to get kind of user feedback, and I give updates and things of that nature in there. And so 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I said, I'm going to start negotiating and bringing lifetime deals for quality WordPress products. These are products that would never dare go on some of these other deal sites. You know, they're not even thinking about offering a lifetime deal. Doug, I stick around. I want to get your feedback on this. So anyways, I have been asking lots of questions, and I did a pre-launch of the very first deal in the Facebook group last Monday, and it's for this product right here. It's called Uncanny Automator. But you know what? You know what I think I should have done instead when I launched this is have like a 4 or 5 minute overview video here on the channel. Instead, I released this like 30-minute video or 24-minute video showing like how amazing this tool is, Uncanny Automator. And but this is the very first WPCrafter exclusive lifetime deal, and it's for something that you would never see anywhere else because they are quality and they do not need to be offering a lifetime deal. It's that we got on a phone call and I was very interested in the product, and we were able to come to some arrangement, and it actually benefits them because I'm making lots of videos on this tool. So what Uncanny Automator is, you definitely want to check it out. I have a link in the video description box. This deal is going to go away in 3 days and 9 hours. And you owe it to yourself to check it out and see how it could impact your business. Essentially, if you sell anything online, if you have online courses, if you have an e-commerce store, even for like lead generation sites, this is a tool that you can add to your toolbox, and it will help you to make more money, have more smoother processes, but more so have a deeper understanding and connection of the people that are on your website. So essentially, this is a tool that gets your WordPress plugins talking to each other in a way that no other plugin out there can do. So right now, you really should check out that video I posted a few days ago about this tool. So if I go on their website and I click on integration, actually, let me go to the homepage and I'll come back to here. This is a secret page. This lifetime offer is a secret page, and we'll go over it in a minute. But let me just show you what it's about, and I'll tell you some changes that have been made to the offer. So essentially, if you're familiar with the service like Zapier, like a web where it connects SaaS apps together through automations where some event occurs, which is called a trigger, and then all these actions can happen. This is doing the same thing inside of your WordPress website, where Zapier can't do it. You know what I mean? Zapier can't reach all of these plugins and make all of these plugins work together. But you can do it with this, and you can also connect this to outside SaaS apps with what's called a webhook. So let me just scroll down here, and there's all of these integrations, and it explains here a lot of they're called automation recipes that you can do, and it gives you a bunch of recipe ideas. But check this out. When I go to integrations and I'll click on triggers and actions, this is a list of all of the plugins that they integrate together, but there's some really special things about the Pro version. There's a free version, just so you know, but there's a Pro version as well. So when you're on this page, you'll see some of these have a Pro badge, like here it says Pro. That means that's a feature reserved to the Pro version only. So here's some really unique things. They have a feature called the magic button. So if someone's logged into your website, you can have a button that acts as a trigger and does like a dozen different things. So you can have it send an email to them, add a tag in their CRM. You can have it add them to maybe a LearnDash course or one of these other learning management systems. You can have it trigger a pop-up if you use Pop-Up Maker, but they're going to hopefully support some others soon. There's a variety of things you could do. It integrates with Twilio, so you can have it send a text message. You can have it also, and these aren't just doing the one thing. I'm talking about all of these things at the same time. You can have it trigger maybe them being enrolled in a webinar on your webinar platform or any other external SaaS tool that receives webhooks. You can do the craziest things with it. But they also have the magic link feature as well. For free, you can actually send webhooks. So if you ever wanted to, say, have a WooCommerce product that when someone purchases it, maybe it pushes the data to some outside service like your webinar platform, you can use the free version of this. You don't even have to pay for it, and you can use the free version of this. As a matter of fact, I have one of those automations set up right now. With the webhook feature, you can interconnect WordPress websites. So if you have, say, an online course website and you want to pull out the e-com portion so you can sell here and then push the info into the online course website, well, this is the plugin that makes it super easy to do that. So you have integrations with all of these plugins, e-commerce plugins, contact form plugins, learning management plugins, even Give WP. It's a donation plugin. You can also connect with direct connections to like Zoom and Zoom meetings, Zoom webinars. You have all of these options right here. Membership plugins. The list goes on, and they have a bunch. And here's actually some WordPress core features as well that are interesting, like sending custom emails, changing user metadata. I know I'm getting technical here. Creating a post, changing a user role. You could do some really cool stuff here. But a lot of the stuff you can do is actually using the free version. But this is a lifetime deal. So let's look at the pricing, the normal pricing. When I talked to them, they basically agreed to give a lifetime license for just a few dollars more than the annual license. So you'll get a lifetime license, and we'll go over that in a moment. So right here, you can see there's a free version. These are the normal prices. There's a pro version and an agency. The only difference is the amount of sites you can use it on and get premium help desk support for. So the pro is $149 per year and the agency is $249 per year. And they have it down here, $499 per year for an unlimited site license. You can install it on as many sites as you want. So they got together with me. Let me go back to that lifetime deal page right here. So we have the time. It's running out. And we have those same three plans, and it's just a few bucks more. So it's $199 for a lifetime license of Pro. So it's just $50 more. And the same for agency, it's just $50 more. And then an unlimited site license for $599. Now, what they did to make this even more attractive was when you purchase one of these plans, say you want the unlimited, but you don't want to spend $599 right now. You can get the pro plan or the agency plan. And what happens is for the next 3 months, you can log into the site, and at any point in the next 3 months, you can upgrade to a higher one of these that you see here and just pay the difference. So if you get the Pro right now, and maybe in a month you want to upgrade to the Unlimited, you can do that. You get a full 3 months to do that if you choose to do that. So it's kind of like not split pay, but it gives you a more flexible option to go into a higher plan. Now, you'll want to check out the frequently asked questions here of this. And I should have put a link to the video that totally went over every aspect of this tool. But it explains that split pay concept here, talks about the difference between that and other tools. The 2 caveats, one is not that big of a deal. The other one you need to know. These are going to make this sustainable. It includes 3 years of premium help desk support. So it's not lifetime of premium help desk support. But let me tell you, this isn't a plugin that is going to require a lot of support. It just works. Now, you might have to report something. There's always a potential of that with any plugin that you use. After the 3 years, you could just go to the free version. It's in WordPress.org and open up a ticket and say, I did this, and I think here's a bug. Here's the information. And they'll take care of you. Or if you want premium help desk support, where they do a little bit more hand-holding, there's in the frequently asked questions, you can see you can get an extra year of support on the Pro plan for $49. This isn't a way of them saying, let's make money off of support. It's them saying, let's provide people an option where we can at least break even. So offering lifetime plans is not really a great sustainable business model. So this is a great go-between where they minimize their risk by just offering 3 years of support. And Doug can attest, this is what Thrive Themes does, right? All the Thrive Themes products, when you buy them, they include lifetime updates, 1 year support. Because they know that's the big risk with lifetime offers. So we have that here. And the second thing was the return period is 14 days. So you have 14 days to get a refund if you felt like you needed that. But this is a plugin that if you're not in the WPCrafter Facebook group, you got to go in there. We have a contest running where people are posting recipes, scenarios of how they can use this and how they're thinking of using this. And the winner's going to get a free license. I think I got to pick the winner today, or I forget what I said today or tomorrow. But you can go in there and get an idea of how people are using this. And you know what's been the best feeling for me? Well, number one, I arranged this, and this is the first time I've arranged a deal like this. I really believe this is a product if you don't take action on and you do have a scenario where it would benefit you, you're missing out. But you could always go buy an annual license later. What's been exciting for me, though, is people that were, when the deal came out, were like, oh, that doesn't make sense to me. I already have this, and this. I'm not interested. And then like 3 or 4 days later, they're posting, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that I took the steps to see what it actually does. And now I can't live without it. And that's kind of like the reaction people have been having to this tool. It's outstanding. Let me tell you another thing. When you purchase this, I'm not telling you to go buy it. I'm saying whenever someone purchases the lifetime deal, since it's an arrangement between us and them, and it says it in the frequently asked questions, it says, when you purchase this, we're going to push your name and email over to Adam at WP Crafter. So what it does, using Automator, so we eat our own dog food, when you make the purchase, it pushes your name and email to a course website I put together. And then, so I receive that on my website. I send you an email saying, wow, you just experienced Automator in action. And I give you this, there's a really cool feature in it. I give you, that I use in that email, where I can give you a link that you can click on and it auto logs you into my website. You don't have to screw around with usernames and passwords. So it's a real seamless onboarding into the course website. So then I send you that email and I give you that one-click login link. I love that. Then I enroll you in a course on the website. Then I send myself an email so I know, oh, someone just purchased this, so I can see how the deal's going. And I do a couple other things like that, all automatically, and it's working flawlessly day in and day out since we've been running this deal. Uncanny Automator, definitely check this out and see if it's something that fits what you want to do or not. And if you have any questions, I can answer them, and I think the co-founder might also be on this live stream, and he can be answering you as well. So I can answer those questions on the screen. So that is Uncanny Automator. I do have other deals I'm working on, and I got to reveal that a lot of work goes into this. I'm kind of exhausted. So if I do this regularly, it would probably be like every other week putting a deal like this together. I have a few other ones that I'm talking about, all the quality WordPress stuff that will save you money and help you to make more money with your website. So that's what I'm working on. And so far, the reception of this has been outstanding. So definitely do yourself a favor. Monday at midnight Pacific Standard Time is when this is scheduled to end, and that's going to be it. There might be a possibility of us adding a few extra hours to that, but it's not going to go on for anything beyond that. It's always safe to add a few extra hours for people that maybe something happened in their schedule, but they wanted it. But the cutoff is Monday at midnight Pacific Standard Time for this deal. If you have any suggestions of products that you think I should reach out to, let me know. If you're in conversations with any product owners, you can let them know to contact me. And if you are a product owner, you can contact me as well. This is about getting you, it's about getting the subscribers quality products that they can believe in, use, and become advocates for. And the benefit of the product owner is they're getting access to the best community of users of WordPress products, and that will help them get more exposure through recommending the product. They're going to use the product. They're going to give them product feedback back. So there's a lot of reasons why that this can work out really well for everybody. Anyways, this is Uncanny Automator. I definitely suggest that you check it out. And I'll be leaking information of future deals in the WP Crafter Facebook group. So let me see if there's any quick questions about here, and I will move on. Actually, you know what? I'm going to just finish up the last thing here or so, and then we can just go straight to question and answering. So there was one other interesting deal thing going on right now, and that is for Gist. Gist is a marketing automation platform. I actually use Gist. When Gist came out, it was maybe 3 years ago now. So they're hitting their birthday. Is it going to tell me it was 3 years? It must be 3 years, maybe 4 years, probably 3 years. Anyways, they have a really aggressive deal going on. You might want to check it out. You can go directly to their site, or I have a link down below to Gist. Basically, think of Intercom, where it's your marketing automation mixed with live messaging, ticket desk, scheduling app, a booking app, and all that kind of stuff. And it just kind of merges it all into one. It's very powerful in what it does. So it says here, live chat and chatbots, email marketing, marketing automation, event tracking, lead capture, and oh, by the way, you can integrate Uncanny Automator with this perfectly. Knowledge base. So if you've used Intercom, it's basically the closest comparison is it's an alternative to Intercom, which costs incredibly high amounts of money, but this doesn't. So anyways, the deal is you can start at $297 a year, which is really cheap for something like this. If you compared it to even just email marketing apps like ConvertKit, the cost of this is even much lower than that. You get all these other things. I will say when Gist came out, it was okay. It was great, but there were some problems along the way and bugs that people had. Today, the platform is rock solid, and it's improved and matured, and they've done some amazing stuff. So that is Gist. A lot of people here happen to have Gist. So I just thought I would throw that out. And this is the plan I have, the one that includes all of these things. That's what I use, and that's what I use for my email marketing tracking tool as well. Okay, so that was gist, and last thing was really simple, really quick. Let me clean up my website here. You saw me talk about the Kadence theme. Well, the Kadence Pro theme is coming out. Kadence members have access to it right now, and it has most of the features. There's just a couple new features that are adding. So if you are a member, you can start using it right now. It's not one of those beta things where you don't want to use it. Everything that it includes is very stable and ready to use. So once you install and activate it, if you go to the Kadence control panel right here, you can see the Pro add-ons that are available now. There's a header add-ons. It adds more items to the header. It's really sick what it does. Ultimate menu, you can have menu items be icons. You can make mega menus. You can do some sick things. Header and footer scripts, that's really cool. So you don't need one of those script plugins. I casually showed you hooked elements a little while ago. And then there's WooCommerce add-ons. It adds a bunch of things to WooCommerce. I'd have to show you in a video. I just wanted to let everybody know that did purchase that lifetime deal, that or membership with them, that's now available. The final version is supposed to come out in a week. I might do a lifetime deal for the theme only. I'm still in talks with them about it. But it's just a fantastic theme that just keeps getting better. I need to make an entire video on that. So that's it for all the news. I was able to knock that out, and I can stay with you for another 25 minutes or so and start answering any questions that you guys might have. Let me just take a quick sip. All right. Oh, here was a question related to cart flows. How much is cart flows? A cart flows license is $299. If you enter in the discount code WPCrafter, it takes 10% off. And we might have a flash sale soon that takes 15% off. We might not. We're deciding what we're going to do about that. Let's see. Oh, this is a great question about cart flows. Can it allow a single page checkout? Absolutely. That's exactly what it does. So you hear that concept of a one-page checkout, one-page funnel from Samcart. It does the same thing, but it does it actually better because you get to use your page builder tool. And in the case of Doug at Convoology, he uses Thrive Architect. So you can't touch all those other tools, can't even touch Thrive Architect and what you're able to do. All right, so let me see. Chad is saying exclusive lifetime deals are cool. Yes, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and it's work getting the word out about it. The reception of Uncanny Automator has been really good, but it's just getting the word out. Yes, and Divi does have a lifetime option, which might still be on sale, 20% off. They had a summer sale. If it's still going on, 20% off of Divi. Let's see. Randy saying the live launch was great. Yes, for the Uncanny Automator, we launched the deal like a pre-launch in the Facebook group with a Facebook Live where I showed the product, answered questions about the product, and talked about the product. That was a lot of fun. I still think I need to go back and make a 4-minute video on it. The only problem is we only have like 3 days left in it. So if I can do with that today and upload it tomorrow, I certainly will. Let's see, and here's Fernando confirming that he asked about a lifetime deal on Uncanny Automator, and they said no. And most people's, most of these products just won't do it. So the right things need to align. Maybe I can convince some of them because you guys are the best. You guys are certainly the best. Oh, yes. And here we have Ryan from Uncanny Automator saying yes. Yep, that was their plan to not do it, and then we talked. Oh, good. We got Doug at Convoology saying he already got Uncanny Automator. I'm glad that you did. You know, it's funny with Uncanny Automator. There's people I am, Facebook internet friends with, and one of them is the person behind Blog Marketing Academy. It's a very popular website. David's his name, and we're Facebook friends. We've never met, but I know David likes to kind of geek out on this tech stuff, and he has a lot of the same tech stack as me, Buddy Boss for his community website and all that. He uses WP Fusion, and I Facebook messaged him, and I'm like, I don't want to be like a salesperson, but I think you would actually like this. And then he looked at it and he responded and said, I think you're going to cost me some money. And then he actually ended up purchasing it today. So in a person like you at Convoology, I mean, you can really leverage this thing, and you know how to, have it make a return on your investment for sure. All right. Let's see, Jay saying, I don't like any plugins or theme builder that does not provide support throughout, which matters a lot to us designers and agencies. Yes, absolutely. I think are you talking about the 3 years of support with Uncanny Automator? I'm not sure. Let's see. All right. CJ Hallock. We do have a lifetime license option for CartFlows. If you email the help desk, they'll send you links to that, and there's even a split pay available for it. It's a great deal. And as a matter of fact, if you were ever thinking of getting the lifetime license to CartFlows, you're going to probably want to do it soon, because we're going to be increasing the price. Probably in October, we're going to increase it but just to do it before Black Friday sales. And it's something we've needed to do. We keep adding value, and we keep adding value, so that's going to go up. The annual price of CartFlows, we're not planning on changing that, but we will change it soon. We might have different plans where some have different features than others. So everyone that buys the Pro plan, that right now of CartFlows, that will probably end up going up in price, and it will include everything. But then we'll have lower price plans that have features removed. All right. Let's see. And here we have Fernando. Fernando has a great use case for the Uncanny Automator deal. He was actually trying out similar solutions, and it just worked out perfect for him and his use case. He's separating out e-commerce from the community website to have them for potential performance issues, just to make sure it's really set up perfectly for performance, but then also automate a lot of things on the Buddy Boss based LearnDash site. All right. Chad saying, happy about the extended upgrade. Yes, there's a lot of requests for split pays. This was probably the best compromise. Instead of split pays, you can just get in at $199 or $299. You have 3 months to make up your mind. And, if you have to budget things, every business might have to budget things. You always have that option for 3 months anyway. And you don't even have to contact their support. You just log in, and then boom, it's right there. You just click on the button. So you don't have to ask anyone or get any kind of manual help. You can just do it yourself when you're ready. But the option goes away after 3 months. CJ is saying, I saw a video of you going through an autoresponder for CartFlow membership site, and I can't find it. I haven't done a lot of CartFlow's videos over the last 3 months, because I know we just changed the interface to bring in Gutenberg, and we have a big change coming up in a couple weeks that will change how the tutorials need to be done. We're making it easier to use CartFlows, so I've been kind of waiting until that happens. But CartFlows has a YouTube channel, and I have a lot of videos on it on my channel. You can search for Sales Funnel or just Funnel, and I've got all those tutorials there. Let's see. All right. Oh, awesome. EduCam21, I don't know your real name, but I could look at my emails because I probably just got notified. It says you just experienced the process. Yeah, the automation where I said if you purchase it, it goes to my course website and does all these things automatically for you. And I'm only even scratching the surface on it too. It's so cool what you can do. This is a great question from Chad regarding Uncanny Automator. Can you change the websites or the domains? Yes. So it's like most premium plugins. You can log in, you can remove a domain and manage it that way, and then it frees up the license slot. It's very good that they do that. This is a great question from Jamie. Do the automations add pressure on server resources? So no, it doesn't. I mean, obviously when the trigger happens, the process happens real quick, but unless some process it's going through some quick process, it's not doing anything. But there are some automations that are listening they're sitting there waiting for this trigger to happen. But it's been made with performance in mind. All right. Oh, and it looks like Ryan's been in here answering these questions. So that's awesome. I appreciate it, Ryan. Let's see here. This is an interesting question, and it's not about the things. I have a multi-vendor website or a multi-vendor site. Should I switch from WordPress and start developing our own if I am planning to expand? It depends on what you're using for the multi-vendor feature. You know, there's not very many options. I think there's only like 3 multi-vendor plugin options on the market today. So as long as you have one of the paid plans of those and you like the interface and the features, there's no reason to build your own. There's no reason at all. And I don't think the juice would be worth the squeeze. All right. This is a great question, Andy. You know it's Adam, right? Andy. It's funny, people call me Andy my whole life. My name's Adam, but I'll take Andy. That's fine. Andy, not a lot offends me. Actually, I don't mind when people poke fun at me. That stuff doesn't offend me. There are some things that do offend me, but those things never offend me. Andy, Adam, can you make a video for one product e-commerce using WordPress, Kadence, CardFlows, WooCommerce, and Automator? Actually, I would love to make that video. And you didn't mention if you wanted to use a page builder. I'm assuming you want to use the default WordPress block builder. Absolutely. And that's the exact combo that's on that course site that you just got access to. Exactly this, and there's no Elementor. CJ, does Gist replace MailChimp and Aweber? Yep, it does, and it goes way beyond it in what you can do with the marketing automation. Although those tools, MailChimp and Aweber, added marketing automation as well, but you don't get all the other features that come with Gist. And then if you compare the price, those don't even come close to the price of Gist on the sell. And it's like a lifetime kind of lock-in price. You get this grandfathered price. Let's see. Yes, Angel, Kadence for Life, the free. I don't know how many people. Okay, the Kadence theme is not in the WordPress theme directory yet. It's been submitted. They've already done the initial checks. It's ready to go. It's just waiting on a reviewer to look it over and give it a thumbs up. And then you'll be able to go and look at the list of popular themes. And when it comes out, it's going to be right there in the top list. So you might see the 3 WordPress themes, and then you see the regulars like Hello, and I think you got Neve up there and stuff like that, Notion, WP. It's going to be smack dab right there in that second row with them for sure. And it's up to you guys to keep it there by using it and telling people to use it. Jamie, another Kadence fan. You know, Kadence theme is one of those things. Just try the free version. Once you use it and see what it is and experience it, you won't go back to using the other types of themes out there. It's that header and footer builder for me, which is huge, but also the way they implemented elements is outstanding, and they have conditional headers coming to the pro version. But heck, you can get away with just the free version of it. Actually, here, let me pull up a starter template, and I'll do a reveal of a free starter template they're adding. Let's see. Hopefully, let's see right here. See. I'm going to reveal this. I hope I don't get in trouble revealing this, but it's okay. I've been revealing things accidentally. I was talking about the new Gravity Forms update that no one's seen, but like 5 people. I hope I don't get in trouble for revealing things like that. Let me hide your comment and then show you. So right here is this is early stages. They're doing an e-commerce one. They're doing lots of them, but this is one specifically for course creators or membership sites. I've already given them a little bit of feedback on it. Nice thing about these Kadence themes, you can like one click change the entire color palette or font scheme on the entire site to make it yours. But it's just a one-click course creator website using Gutenberg, using the theme. Everything you see is free. I really like how they did this with the breakdown of what's included in the course. Testimonial area, a frequently asked questions area, and it's a full website. These other options here work. Hopefully, let's see about. Here's a course. So anyways, this is a site that's coming, and that's all free, by the way. If you install the free theme, it prompts you to install the site templates plugin. One button, that's installed, and another click, you have this. You choose your color scheme and then add your learning management system of choice, or use that video I made yesterday about adding a membership site for free. You can add that in your set, a totally free solution. Totally free solution. Let's see. This is really cool. Does Kadence have Amazon-like search and vertical product catalog mega menu? Well, okay, the Kadence Pro does. The free version of Kadence doesn't have, it has the search icon, but not the big wide search box. But that's in Kadence Pro. The mega menu is not in the free version because, you know, there has to be some, I mean, they don't hold back font styles, color, they don't hold the features back on the free version. There's no feature held back, but then there's some development features that they should have in the Pro version. So mega menu is one of those features. You can design custom mega menus using Gutenberg or your page builder. It's really slick how they implemented that. So you can make it look however you want. And they have, it's called a search box. It's like a header item that you can use. And also login items. They have all of that. And the toggle item where it's just like a hamburger icon. You click on it and it shows something. That's all in Kadence Pro. I need to make a video on it. I'm just verbally telling you it'd be better if I showed you. Charlie's saying Kadence theme deal would be great. Yes. So it would be on the theme only, not the membership. We already did a deal on the membership. It was the lowest it was ever going to be, and that time passed. It's still a good deal, the membership, but it is what it is. It'll be the theme only, but the price will be very aggressive, and you can actually apply the discount to the membership at any point if you wanted to upgrade to the membership. So it'll be an unlimited site license for Kadence Pro, just the theme, but it'll be the best deal in town for a theme. You'll see. And we'll do it. We'll get that done. We will get that done. As a matter of fact, I am supposed to have a meeting with Kadence about that, about can we work something out? Can we get a deal? So I'm trying to get it. Let's see. EDU saying, what do you recommend? The Kadence Pro theme only or get the membership? That's entirely up to you. If you want to just start with the theme only and just kind of tiptoe in, the main benefit of the membership is it's going to include everything they have and future things they have. And they have something coming out later this year, maybe in November, that is going to make the value of the membership go up exponentially. And all the members are just going to get that included. So it's up to you. There is a coupon for the membership if you're interested in it. It's WPC Save 10. I think it's in the video description box. You can just go directly to their site and enter that. But if you want to wait for the Pro theme and kind of tiptoe your way in, do that, or definitely try the free version of the theme out, and you'll see none. If you're looking at the list of popular themes, not one of them has anything on the free Kadence theme. None of those top 20 themes have anything on it, because a lot of those are crippled, right? They're crippled, and there's all these like advertisements in there to upgrade. With the Kadence theme, they're not doing that strategy. Instead, they don't want to harm the user experience from day one, but they are adding features to the Pro version. Like I said, the search bar, additional header items, elements, because those aren't essential components for building a website. Those are things that people that might want to take their website further would want. Conditional headers and all that kind of stuff. Okay, this is kind of a slippery slope. I don't like, you got to be careful comparing things. I have to, because I mean, Tom from Generatepress is a great guy. Ben from Kadence is a great guy. You got Canada versus the US, you know what I mean? They're both great guys, and they both kind of have the same kind of skills and pedigree. You'd have to try them out yourself. I would prefer Kadence. I think the UI, and it's not that it's better because it's just better. It's better in my mind because it's built using current technologies. So all the customizer stuff is built in React. So it's got a better foundation, and they have those advantages because they're the late mover, right? You have that first mover advantage, but then everything that you based your site on, all the coding libraries and all that, are now outdated. So the benefit with Kadence is it's using modern libraries. It's got a React-based interface. You can't touch the header and footer builder. It's got the elements. The elements are easier to use in Kadence if you compare them side to side. So, but Generatepress is been around longer. It has better documentation, which is to be expected. If you've been around for 6 years, you're going to have better documentation. But I think they're also trying to serve the same market, which is having something great for developers. But the free version of Kadence is great for people beginning. So it's kind of hard. I don't want to say anything harsh to either of them. You know what I mean? Hey Cube, you can go back to the beginning of the live stream at any time. Ooh, and I have to wrap this up in 10 minutes. Oh, awesome, George. You got the Kadence Lifetime. I hope you got that. You might have gotten it like a week or two ago. It's awesome. It's awesome, and I know where they're going. I've seen their new website they're coming out with, and they're redoing some things. It's exciting times. They're really innovating. They're really innovating and bringing more features that people can actually practically use. Let's see. CJ saying, what membership do you recommend with Cardflows? I think you're asking about a membership plugin. And as a matter of fact, you, sir, if you haven't watched my video from yesterday about how to make your own membership website, oh my gosh, it's perfect for the Cardflows setup. It's super lightweight, all automated, and it doesn't cost a penny because you're using all the functions. A lot of the functions are already built into WordPress. And then if you're using WooCommerce and Cardflows together, you already have 90% of it. You just need to add a little snippet of code, and then you need to add a tiny lightweight plugin. And Automator is also great to add to it. And you have a full automated membership website that is super lightweight. Yep. Oh, I think this is regarding Divi. Maybe they ended their summer sale. Sorry. And this is actually a comment. I don't know. It must have been a reference to something I said. You're saying lower prices and get more customers instead of higher prices and less customers. Yes, this is the strategy also with these lifetime deals, right? Let's blow up the customer base of people that are going to use it, get the most out of it, give you use case ideas, and then also become your greatest advocates. And that's kind of what I'm telling product owners. If you want to get the best users that WordPress has, let's do this offer. Let's give everybody a good deal. That's the pitch anyhow. Let's see. This is a great question from Chad, but let me take a quick sip. Chad saying, what do you use to prep a client for a new web design? Example, wireframe app of choice. So this is an interesting one because people that make websites are in one of two categories. Either you're a designer and you're using something like Figma, which is amazing, or you're using Sketch, which is an app, or there's another one called, I think, Adobe InDesign, and you start the process through actually designing. But I think in this business, that is probably like 10% of the people that are making websites. most of us are more implementers, right? We're not going to put we're not graphic designers. We know what looks good. We know how to recreate it, but we're not sitting there in some graphic design tool. So if you are a graphic designer, you would probably start in one of those tools and go back and forth. And then once they finalize the design, you would then build it in your page builder of choice or just the WordPress block builder. But see, I think most of us are not doing that. So we might want to use something like Elementor to design what you want the site to look like, and then work off of that where the work has kind of been done. Now, what's really interesting, depending on your tech stack, is this new concept of globally linked colors. So you get this already for free in the Kadence theme, or if you're a 100% Elementor person, you can now do it in Elementor version 3. So what you can do is your colors and your fonts, if everything's kind of linked to a global color palette, when you're showing a client something and you're going back and forth, you could show them it looking like a wireframe where it's all grayscale, because you can just go in the global color palette and then put the final colors in. So it's an easier way for someone for you to show your work to a client, not a potential client, but to the client, without them judging the fonts and without them judging the color scheme and all that. You want them to kind of approve of the structure and the layout, and then you can easily point and click change the colors and the fonts later. So what I think is practical, though, is having your own library of pre-designed sections where you can assemble web pages fast and show them to potential clients. I don't know if I answered your question, though. Let's see. Funny stuff here. Yes, I love Cartflows Pro too. My heart and soul's gone into it. I actually have a new product coming out in October. It's going to be free, and then we're going to do a pro version of it. Maybe I'll talk about it at the end if you guys are interested in hearing about it. Let's see. All right. Hey, John. So you're saying you already have the lifetime of ThriveCart. Do you get anything? So you already have a funnel tool. If you're happy with ThriveCart, you're happy it's got affiliate stuff built in and all that. If you're happy with ThriveCart, there's no reason to get Cartflows. There isn't. I mean, there's advantages. But if it already meets your needs and you're not running into a brick wall, even though I own Cartflows, it's a partnership, but I own it, and I would make some money eventually if you did purchase it, I'll be the first to say, it doesn't sound like you need it if you have ThriveCart and it meets all of your needs. Now, there are certain things with ThriveCart that you won't be able to do that you can do with Cartflows, and it has to deal with having all of the purchaser's data already on the site so decisions can be made off of it. But outside of that, you're probably in a fine solution. You can probably get closer to a nicer design with Cartflows because you get to bring your page builder, where ThriveCart, they have a page builder, but it's not fully there yet, just to be honest, but you can still build something simple and basic with it. There's other nuances. However, there is this concept of Uncanny Automator, which I've talked about in this video. So what happens with ThriveCart is you can have it send a webhook on a purchase. So Uncanny Automator can receive that webhook, and then you can automate things on your WordPress website with ThriveCart. The only catch is they have to make a change to Uncanny Automator, and they are going to do it. We talked about it this week because the way ThriveCart sends the data, it sends it kind of clumped together. So Uncanny Automator needs to add a way to take that clump and separate it out, which we talked about, and they are going to add. Actually, I can't commit them to it. They said they'll add it, and they figured out a way to add it. And that's so if anyone has ThriveCart, Uncanny Automator is absolutely going to be for you, because it's a way for you to now sell on the SaaS platform and connect it to your WordPress website. what Thrivecart does is it pushes the customer's name, email, and all that info in one like string versus saying, here's the name, here's the email, and it's separate. So they just are building a way to separate that out. It's called an array, kind of a technical term. Let's see, what would you do? Would you do LearnDash with Wishlist Member, or can Wishlist do LMS? I would do the structured LMS with LearnDash, and you actually don't need to pair it with Wishlist Member. LearnDash has kind of a membership functionality in it. I made a video on it, but I don't know if a lot of people know about it. It's actually pretty easy to use, so I would definitely check that out. I wouldn't use a full-blown membership web plugin on a website where I'm just wanting to add some membership features to it. So you end up having a lot of duplicate functionality, and I rather keep my website ultra lightweight. Definitely check out my video from yesterday. You'll see it and you're just going to be like, okay, this all makes sense. I now know what Adam's talking about. My autofocus went haywire. Hopefully not. Sorry. I do have one of those lenses, like a fancy lens on my camera. So sorry if it went kind of haywire there. Oh, scripted intelligence. Was it hard switching from Lifter to LearnDash? It was, and it was 100% worth it for how I use learning management systems. I need to make a specific video on why that is. I need to actually update my LearnDash review. Lifter LMS is fantastic, and LearnDash is fantastic, but there's some things you can do in LearnDash that make it better for my needs. And it has to do with, I'll just give you a glimpse without tying all the pieces together. It has to do with having lessons be independent and being able to build additional courses off of random lessons. So lessons aren't tied to a course. Lessons are independent. So I can arrange lessons in any way I want to make brand new courses. It's really sick. Let's see. CJ, you can email me. I don't do the coaching calls and stuff like that, but I am very open to talking to people. You can tell I talk a lot. See, I like to laugh at myself. Rodrigo, can you please give us a quick opinion on Breezy? I'm surprised Breezy hasn't caught on. Breezy came out, I think, a year and a half ago, and it hasn't taken off. On the WordPress side, I think they're more focused on Breezy Cloud, which is actually quite interesting. So on the WordPress side, I just think there's better stuff. Okay, darn it, my iPad is freezing. Okay, there we go. I got it again. Let's see here. Oh, I wanted to address this right here. Okay, and address it with an apology. You're saying we are waiting for the email hosting to go along with the last Cloudways YouTube video. First of all, what he's referring to is I made a video on Cloudways because they added Vulture HF, and it's the bomb.com. It's going to be the fastest hosting stack that you could get. I made the video. I showed setting up Cloudways, but I didn't show everything like connecting a domain and then what do you do about email hosting, because it's like the high-end WordPress services like Flywheel, WP Engine, Kinsta, where they don't include the email portion. So to answer your question, I've been working on this video and it's been a lot of work, and it's because I have to teach people in the video what DNS is, how to set up DNS, how to change DNS, how to manage DNS, because that's kind of how the emails work and connecting the domain name in works. And I literally, if I could show you my browser tabs, I have like 15 browser tabs open, and it's all for that video, and I have a script written out so it can be bam, bam, bam to the point. And yesterday I was like, I got to make this video, and it was like 8 o'clock, and I'm like, I'm exhausted. I got to get some rest. There's no way I'm going to be able to make this video today. And then today, there's this. So it's like the highest of my priorities is that. I would have done it today, but on Fridays I have a meeting with my publisher. I have a book I'm working on, and so I had to do that today. So let me sincerely apologize. Maybe someone's watching this now because they just hit me with a thumbs down, but that's okay. That's just life. let me just apologize and say it's highest priority. I think I put too much planning into my recent videos to make them as best as they can be. And if I would probably just do it versus try to perfect it, I would be able to do some of this stuff more fast. So sorry, that's a long apology, by the way. It's a long, you're right, and I'm sorry. I feel bad about it. I'm in the middle of working on it, and I'm sorry. But I'm so glad you actually asked. I'm so glad that you asked. Let's see, I'm going to have to wrap up through this quick. Let's see. Oh, this is good. I like hearing other opinions. Breezy is great and easy to use. They are still behind and need some more work, but it will be an Elementor alternative. Yes, an Elementor alternative. I just don't know if they have all the positions filled to really propel it forward, because it's been out for a while and it's only like, I think on 60,000 or maybe 70,000 websites. That's not a lot. Considering I hit them up with like 2 or 3 videos on the channel. Other people have been pushing it, but it hasn't really seemed to caught on. Anyways, I think their user interface I don't like. I wish Breezy would brighten it up and go with the bright color scheme. And this is something I have asked them about or suggested to them. Okay, I'm going to have to scroll fast. Yes, Angel, In and Out today. I better head out to In and Out soon because the line is going to be long. Oh my gosh, the line is going to be long. Let's see. All right. I'm scrolling. Sorry, guys. Jan that is saying that she read Elementor and Kadence don't play nice together. Your experience, they actually play very nice together. Like I said, Elementor had some updates and it affected other things and they weren't such great communicators. Whenever any issue has been reported to Ben from the Kadence team, he's like so fast and on top of it. Adding things that people ask for, as well as fixing problems. So I haven't really seen a problem that anyone's had, and I haven't experienced a problem with it either. Okay, guys, I'm flying through here. Oh, bro, please email that to me or post it in the Facebook group. It's about creating a platform, lightweight, where prospects can create a profile. I'd love to think through that one and make it super light. We got Luis right here. Luis is a good guy, by the way. And he's using Kadence. Let's see, and he's going to switch it to the rest of his sites. I love hearing that. Okay, I'm going to have to scroll down and skip some stuff. Sorry, guys. Hopefully you guys can answer each other's questions. I hate skipping questions, and I don't mean it in an offensive way, but you can copy and paste it into the Facebook group, and we'll do our best to work together to do it. Oh, it looks like George got the $100 off on the Kadence. That was a deal. I told people that was going to be a big deal and to just take action on it, and they'll just trust me on that. If they have a need for those products, just trust me on it and see what happens. And you know what? I'm going to stick by that 100%. In fact, I would be surprised if anyone that took me up on that Kadence offer and they got the discount on the membership, if anyone by November feels like they regret it, you can just reach out to me and I'll give you your $300 back out of my own pocket, and I'll give your membership to someone else, because that's going to be one of those deals where you're like, man, I got a really good deal. I'm glad I was there in the beginning. I'm glad I heard the message. Okay, sorry guys. Oh, Army, sorry, bro. Wait, okay, there we go. What's the Kadence LTD? There was 2 things. There was a membership lifetime deal, but I'm going to bring a lifetime deal on the theme when they launch it next week. Hopefully it's next week, but I'll know for sure. I'd be very surprised. So Paulo saying, you're loving Kadence, but you found a way to inject code. Just send an email over to them. It's info@cadencewp.com, and they will address that immediately. But they address everything immediately anyway. But can you also CC me on it? Adam@WPCrafter.com. I'd be very surprised, but you know, I'm not a security auditing expert. Let's see. This is funny. I have to read this. Jamie's saying, has Kadence heard of a thing called time? They are developing the best theme, supporting in their forum, updating their website, and still find time to go hiking every week. Actually, it's even more than that. The founder, well, there's multiple people on the team, but the founder's actually at a family, I probably shouldn't reveal his private information, but he's on a big family reunion vacation out of state right now. Yeah, they are just crushing it. But you know what it is? Ben is like one of those super talented people, and he's able to make quality advancements to his product, and he's open-minded to creative ideas. Like he added the expiration to the elements feature, and so that's why he's going someplace with this theme, and it's just a great product. Innovative is the word I was looking for. Okay, I'm gonna have to scroll fast here, guys, because I'm gonna bail. Oh, wow, I'm really behind on the comments. Sorry, guys. All right, I see Paulo's comments. Please, Paulo, if you're still on, email me and then... Yes, Allison, great. I think Allison's Canadian. She helps more women businesses to build their presence online. I forget the name of your website, but yes, LearnDash has broken a lot of things. Elementor broke LearnDash, not the other way around. LearnDash doesn't break things. Let's see here. All right. I'm just scrolling fast because I'm going to have to bail. John Wilder's asking a question about a cart. Okay, let's see. I'm scrolling. Sorry, guys. If I skip your question, please copy and paste it across. Flip back. Good thing the Sony A7R III has one of the best. I use Sony cameras, so this is a Sony small, like, they're not called DSLRs anymore, or Micro Four Thirds. I forget what they're called, but I use Sony gear. They usually have a good autofocus. I don't know what happened, so sorry about it. Oh, great. CJ emailed me. Mitch is asking, why is Divi so slow? How can they make it faster? Divi's just slow and bloated. And I don't mean that in a negative term, because that can be applied towards lots of tools. It's just that they load a lot of stuff unnecessarily on each page. And that's really what it boils down to. They need to put a focus on performance and allow people to kind of DQ certain parts that are unneeded. But you unfortunately have the same problems with Elementor right now. Let's see. All right, guys, I'm getting to the bottom here. I'm glad you guys are communicating with each other on this, because you know, it's hard to get to every question. This is interesting. Jay saying Breezy is lagging so much behind, and the restrictions of SAS and WAS. Yeah, it's... I can't really comment other than the whole not catching on stuff. Yep. All right. Breeze. All right. Thank you. Thank you for being so helpful, Stratos, with the questions. And I appreciate that. And you've done that on my website as well. I appreciate it. Oh, this is cool. Peter, and why don't I wrap up with this? Actually, it looks like there's some super chats, and it's finally letting me know. It doesn't let me know in real time. So let me talk about the product that's coming up, and then let me look at the super chats, and because you got to give love to super chatters. All right. Let me tell you about the next product. And Peter's asking this. It's an ordering system. So I'm calling it a local ordering system. So a real basic way of thinking of it is a restaurant. right? Because we all understand this example, but it's not limited to that. So with a restaurant, especially during the COVID days, they need to have a system where people can go on the website, have a flow with the order, choose menu items, customize each of the items, have a dedicated optimized mobile first checkout, place the order, optionally have the product delivered. So there's no great solutions for this for WordPress, and I've evaluated every single one of them. They all have a lot of fatal flaws. So what I did is I reached out to James from Iconic WP. He makes WooCommerce products. And I said, James, let's build this together. What do you think? And he said, let's do it. And so we're building, it's a local ordering system. It's going to leverage WooCommerce. It's going to be the total package. It's going to totally change the entire order flow when someone goes to your website to place an order for local pickup or for delivery. Now, on the front end, it's not even going to resemble WooCommerce at all, including the checkout. It's going to be a total customized experience. So when someone comes, we say there'll be a button that says start your order. And when they click on start an order, they have to put in their zip. They choose if it's pickup or delivery and then enter in their zip code. And that's how we determine the location. We determine if they want to deliver, if it's even in the delivery area. We determine the cost of delivery. Then they can point and click easy, add items, customize those items, add special instructions, and choose a time slot. For the business, you can totally customize those time slots. So you can say, I only want to have pickups and deliveries between these hours, and we can handle them in these increments and this many per increment. So it's a fully customized, and we're going to make it incredibly easy system to use. There's an onboarding process. The best part is we're going to have the free version. We're scheduled to have the free version out in October, and then we're going to have the pro version out. We'll have a lifetime offer through this platform I'm building of lifetime offers. I'm really excited about it. It's not just for restaurants, though. That's why I'm calling it a local ordering system. So any business, local business, can benefit from selling their items on their website with easy pickup or delivery. Mostly pickup, right? It's going to be so slick and so easy to use. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a 100% mobile first experience. So it's not going to feel uncomfortable when you're doing this on a phone to place orders. So I'm super excited about that. It's another, and I've been consulting with lots of people on the order flow, on the UI, on all of that, and getting a lot of advice from people that know what is needed and required. And we're going to have a slick onboarding. So when you install and activate it, we're going to go step by step, customizing everything. We have so many plans for it. We're going to launch it with features that we plan on adding as well in the future. We want to add like a reward system. We have so many things we're going to add to it. So anyways, that is the next project, and we've been working on it for a long time. I'm very excited about it. Chad saying drinks are on the house. Yes. Okay, the 2 super chats, and then I'm going to scroll down and we'll wrap it up. Rolando, let's see, add to broadcast. Okay, so this is a super chat, and it says a COP 10,000. I actually think that's, let's see, when I show CJ's super chat, let's see what it says. So it actually gives you props of it. So Rolando, let me say thank you for the super chat, and let me answer your question. I'll always answer a super chat, but super chat's not required at all. It's just fun to see. Okay, it says, hi, have I used any tool for tracking events on WordPress pages? I mean, clicking on buttons or form submits, maybe an easy way to configure them in Google Analytics. Okay, let me think about this one. So I was just talking about a tool called Gist. And Gist actually has an event tracker that you put the script in, and then it does event tracking. And so it tracks everything that contacts do on your website. That does it. There's very limited options beyond a SaaS. There's very limited WordPress options for event tracking, unfortunately. here is, it's not what it's really intended for, but with the Uncanny Automator plugin, you can actually do some of these things, right? So you can tag someone when someone fills out a form. You can, or perform some action. You can also, with a button or a link, you can make it a magic link. This is actually a really cool Uncanny Automator use case for affiliate marketing. Instead of putting a pretty link, instead of putting a short link, you create what's called a magic link. And so what would happen is when someone clicks on it, it would perform certain automations. One of them can be to email them, tag the email, tag their contact in your CRM so you know who's clicking on the link. And then when it's done, there's a redirect option in Uncanny Automator. You check on that, and that's the link you want to send them to. So now you can run automations, full-on multi-action automations with Uncanny Automator for the links that you have. So it's a very creative use for it. But what you're asking, I think, is just something to push the data into Google Analytics. There's one company that kind of unfortunately has the market covered on this, and I'm not a big supporter of the company, but it's called Monster Insights. I'm not a big supporter of them at all, but that I think might be the only tool that's out there, unfortunately. I wish someone would give them competition, and if someone did want to give them competition and needed help, reach out to me, and I'll totally spread the word of your product if someone that's a developer wants to bring it to them. I hope that answered your question. It's Monster Insights, unfortunately. Unfortunately, because they have the market covered. Thank you, CJ. I appreciate it. You said you emailed me, and I'll see that email today. Thank you for doing that. I'll see that email today and probably get back to you. I'm going to chill out upstairs, put some TV show on. I got a big screen. I'm going to chill out, feel the breeze, and respond to emails. That'll be my night tonight. Flip is saying, did someone just drop 10K? Yes, 10K in their currency. In our in dollars, that'd be like insane. But yes. Okay, mirrorless. Okay, Flip's telling me it is called mirrorless. You know, thank you. Okay. Man, I want to answer these questions, but I'm going to have to wrap it up. I'm scrolling down. Thank you guys for helping each other out. Awesome. Dr. Tanya, I don't know which company this is in reference to. If it's a company that I have been talking about, the product that I've been talking about, let me know and I'll see what the dealio is. I don't like when I recommend something and someone doesn't get a response. So I don't know what's that. Let's see. All right. EduCam, thanks. I will need your support for this new software project. I'm excited about it. It's a big risk, right? But I think there's a gap in the market. I think people, developers and just people building their own websites, they'll be able to take this, plug it in, and it will just get them more orders and get them more money. And help their businesses thrive. And that's kind of the stuff I like to make, is products that help businesses thrive and solves a problem. And I want to take the best of the SaaS world and bring it into WordPress. A lot of these SaaS-based ordering systems, they take a huge cut of the profit, of the revenue. So say it's a $100 order and they're taking like $15 of it or $20 of it. It makes no sense. So we're going to solve that problem with this product and create an amazing experience. And it's going to help people worldwide because you'll be able to use it worldwide with the currencies worldwide because it'll use the WooCommerce payment gateways. It's going to be an awesome product. Hope to have it ready. The free version in October and the pro version maybe the first week of November. So excited about this. The question is for a bed and breakfast. No, because it's not going to have booking, but I do want to think about that because it is kind of, there's some similarities. So if you're saying a bed and breakfast, if it's like you're a bed and breakfast and people are ordering food at the bed and breakfast and you're bringing it as far as room service, absolutely. That's absolutely a use case. My man Gerald, this would be awesome. I would love this feedback. I'm going to stop for the feedback. Dr. Tanya, I see now what you were talking about. Thanks for clarifying. If you might have heard what I was saying earlier about it. But Gerald's saying this would be awesome. Talking about the ordering system, you just spend a lot of time trying to build it with WooCommerce, and you have to. That's what happened to me, Gerald. I was looking when COVID was just starting. I said, this is what people are going to need. And I'm like, how do you do it in WooCommerce? And you got to get like 10 different plugins from multiple different places, and they got to all interconnect. It's better to have one solution that does all of it as one integrated package that can totally manipulate and change the front end user experience. And that's what we're building. And it's going to be point and click easy. And of course, my name's on it. It's going to be just like Cart Flows, where it grows, it gets better. It's going to be the market dominating product, and it's going to be one that gets better with age. I'm so excited about it. And Dr. Tanya, thanks for clarifying that with me, that you're referring to Elementor. I said earlier in the broadcast, I put a ticket in and it took a week to get a response. And I was so shocked by that, actually. I was so shocked by that. I am working on a Divi versus Elementor video, and I'm going to bring it up. You know what I mean? Elementor 3. I'm not going to like overly diss anybody, but I'm going to just bring it all out. I'm going to bring it all out, but not like to harm anyone. You know what, Dr. Tanya, I understand the frustration with Elementor support. To their defense, they've been trying to keep up with COVID, and they're adding support reps as fast as they humanly can. But they're just trying to keep up with COVID. So a lot of their slowdown has been reacting to COVID and the increased customer base. It's just made a lot of WordPress companies flip. Let's see here. Thanks for talking to each other about iTheme security. I would like to bring a security lifetime deal to the platform. You know, talking about lifetime deals, I'd love to have a security-based one. Oh, and Dr. Tanya, your Elementor problem, if you still haven't gotten help, just email my help desk or mention it in my Facebook group, tag me, and we'll see what we could do as a community to help you. Great. A clarification. 10,000 COP is around $3 USD. I don't care. It's the thought that counts. It could have been 25 cents USD. To me, it's just the thought that counts. But it's a Colombian currency. Let's see here. Jay saying, when am I coming live again? I want to get in a habit of doing it on Fridays at this time. It's good. I think people are at the end of their week and they're open to watching it. So I think I like this time. Yes, and YouTube's not emailing in advance. YouTube got rid of email notifications, by the way. So if you were subscribed to notifications, YouTube doesn't email you anymore. They stopped doing that for everybody. But if you have a mobile app for YouTube, you'll get the push notification. I wish they emailed. Let's see. All right. Hey, I'm going to wrap this up. If I didn't get to your questions, please copy and paste it into the Facebook group. It's not personal. It's just, you know, I'm doing the best I can in this live stream. And these live streams are a lot of fun for me. Thanks for joining me on the live stream today. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to check out Uncanny Automator. There's 3 days left on the deal. I'm going to try to be releasing more videos on it, specific tutorials. I want to make a video on how to use it with WooCommerce and all the cool things. Use it with LearnDash and BuddyBoss, all those cool things. But time is running out and the clock is ticking. So definitely one that you want to check out and not miss. I know. Buy it and you'll actually get to see the automation in action. It's so cool. Anyways, guys, I really appreciate all of you. Thanks for showing up today. I couldn't do this without you. And I will see you. Have a great weekend. And if you're in a country that observes Labor Day on Monday, have a good break. And I will see you around.